you did flashcards and you made male, female, smoking,
Tobacco,
non-smoking, and then it was a series of health conditions, and you practiced.
Yes.
It's not that difficult.
Right.
But most of us are like winging it. We're spending money on leads, and then we're practicing on our clients for the first time.
It's like advertising to be a mechanic and never touching a screwdriver.
Correct.
Yeah. These are tools for you to meet the needs of the client, but they're also tools for you to boost trust throughout the process by being able to address just one little phrase.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast with DJ Khaled and Roger Short.
Another one.
And Chris, we're jumping right into it. We just got off a Telesales Bootcamp, and we see agents failing for 5 of the simplest reasons, and they're fixable.
Yes.
Why are they doing that? It's like walking up to a door that's not open and just walking into it over and over again. Is there do we have a clip of someone trying to do that, to walk through a door? I don't know.
Yes.
Just like you got to open the door and walk. And such simple fixes, and yet agents are doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like they're oblivious to it,
and
it's causing them to fail, and they don't know why.
Right. And these items that we're going to talk about boost your confidence. If you can pay attention to these, make these simple adjustments, you will feel more confident. You will have a clear trajectory to solving somebody's problem.
Yes.
And that's really what this is about.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start off. When we do these telesales boot camps, we typically have 2 training sessions beforehand. So that would be 2 weeks ahead of time. We have 2 training sessions.
Yep.
And we try to be as clear as possible on the expectations for these boot camps. And one of the things that we do talk about is owning the script.
Yeah.
Owning the script.
What does that mean when we say own it?
That
what does it mean when you say own it?
That you should be able to perform the script without looking at it.
Or at least read it, or at least know it.
Yeah. At that level.
Perform it. You're saying it's a performance.
Lights. No, they should be able to.
I can see you coming out on the stage with a top hat on with the curtains opening up. Is that an old image of Bugs Bunny there, or Warner Brothers?
You should be able to communicate the script in a conversational tone without looking at the script by the time you come to the boot camp. So you have 2 weeks to get to that point.
Yeah.
2 weeks to get to that point.
So now, study the script.
Yeah, you should study the script, practice the script, record the script, listen to yourself reading the script, communicating the script, all of that before you get to the boot camp. Now, I understand there are other factors at play, but if you can come in to the boot camp with that, you will have a way better chance of winning. And the reason that's such a big deal is if you are looking at the script and you're reading it for the 10th time in the boot camp, you aren't able to listen. You're thinking about the next words that you have to say.
Most of the people that are watching us right now are not in the boot camp. So they're like, well, I don't have to practice this till I get there, and they're not here.
Right.
They're in their house.
Right.
What should they be doing?
They should go to a boot camp. Nice. No.
Nice segue into the sales opportunity, Chris.
Yes. No, this is before you start dialing.
But it's too late. They've already started dialing. They don't own the script. What should they do?
They should get the script.
They should.
At lifeinsuranceacademy.org.
And you can hit lifeinsuranceacademy.org and go to the first page, and you can download the script for free.
Are we doing that?
We give it away for free. Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
You didn't know that was on there?
I didn't know it was there.
You didn't know? You can download it for free. Free script right here. Right here. Mad. There's the link. Go to lifeinsuranceacademy.org. Click the link. Click the link. No, click. You're not doing it. Click the link. You can stop, pause it, click the link, download the script, and then come back.
Yeah.
And we can
Do
stop
that.
talking. I'll tell you come back.
Just hanging out.
All right.
Okay.
You got
So-
the script. We're back.
Yeah. And that gives you have to know it well enough that you're not thinking about the words you're going to say while you're speaking them,
Yeah.
so that you can hear and listen, because it's not to sell insurance, it's to discover the need of the client and solve their problem. That's the goal.
And if you practice it, you work through it, you record yourself and you listen to it, you're going to realize you don't sound very conversational. You sound scripted.
Yeah.
And we got to get away from the scripted sound, and we got to get to conversational tones like a normal human, communicating from one human to another human.
Not like AI.
Not like AI. Although some of that's pretty good.
Here's
AI Chris would be very good doing this
he'd
next
be
segment.
So great. Yes.
Can we do an AI Chris doing the next segment?
Hello, Miss Betty. All right. The next one.
Can you give the top of the script? Please give the top of the script.
The next one.
Come on.
Underwriting and medications.
Adam's got some great ideas.
Underwriting and medications.
AI Chris. Underwriting and medications.
I'm scared of what Adams comes up with. Oh, great.
Oh, you got to.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
jeez. Oh, wow. Wow.
And okay.
All right.
All right. Well, that'll be interesting. Underwriting and medications. All the things we're talking about is a level of competence that continues to foster trust. Because on our principled sales process, we talk about establishing trust through authority and empathy.
Yeah.
And authority is maintained throughout the call when you communicate that you know what you're doing. So there's a level of competence that is communicated just by simply doing your job well.
Yes.
And I don't think people realize how important that is on the call. So if you're doing your underwriting and it sounds like you don't know how to say transient ischemic attack, like something like that. If you can't communicate that,
Congestive heart failure.
However you're communicating these things, these are new words to you and you haven't practiced them.
Circulatory disorder.
Right.
Like you have to be able to say the words.
Yeah.
So you don't sound like an imbecile.
Yes. Yeah.
We're in a rare mood today, by the way.
We are.
It's been 3 long
late
nights.
lunch.
3 long nights and a late lunch, 3 long nights at the boot camp. We love these boot camps.
Oh,
totally
I love
energized.
them.
Love being with
Absolutely.
agents. Love seeing agents win. They break through. People are getting emotional because they're writing their first apps.
Yeah.
But we see people losing so many opportunities because they don't own one of these 5 things.
And here's a simple thing. You can look up, and maybe we can put this in the notes, common medications that seniors take. So blood pressure medications, some
Cholesterol medications.
as well
Diabetic
as
medications.
diabetic medications.
Yeah.
Simple ones like metformin.
Pravastatin.
Yeah.
Simvastatin.
Yeah. Lisinopril.
Metoprolol.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. Like
So knowing these,
Lantus.
and you can ask your client if they say, I'm on
Novolog. Humalog.
yes, they say I'm a diabetic, and you can ask them, now, are you taking metformin or are you on insulin? Are you taking both of them? And they'll say, oh, are you a doctor? Like I've had that asked before. Oh, you know your stuff. They'll say things like that.
Yeah.
And it communicates a level of
Confidence and authority.
correct. You're maintaining that throughout the process.
Well, you might have never have established it, but by saying
Right.
that, you got
That's
their
a really good
attention.
point.
By saying that, you've got their attention. Yeah, but when you have to, can you spell? Did you say Pravastatin? What are you
Yes.
spelling there? Pravastatin. Get to know those. They're not that difficult. Anything that ends with statin is a cholesterol drug.
Very good. I'm glad you said that. And if you're using, and there's tools out there for underwriting to help you, anytime we're depending on a tool, the danger is we become overly dependent on that tool.
Yeah.
And when you hear a common medication, typically, if you're doing simplified life, you don't have to put into an underwriting tool a general blood pressure medication or a cholesterol medication, or you don't have to know the diagnosis date. This is general simplified life.
Yeah.
pieces.
When they tell you they're taking hydrochlorothiazide,
God bless you.
they're fine.
Oh, yes.
They're fine.
Yes.
That's the short form of that is HCTZ. That's what
Yeah.
you're going to see on the prescription bottle. How do we know? Because we've homeworked it and
Right.
we figured it out.
And when you're typing that in and taking the time to do it,
You're burning calories.
Yes. And
Mental
their
calories.
Yes.
Emotional
absolutely.
calories. And you're burning precious time.
Yeah.
All because you don't know and you haven't taken the time to study. Hydrochlorothiazide is a little diuretic that they sometimes include with lisinopril.
Correct.
So they'll you show lisinopril / HCTZ.
Yeah.
It has a little diuretic there to help your kidneys function so you pee regularly. I mean, these are normal little things. That's not going to knock anybody out from being qualified, right?
Yeah.
But when you spend time and you're trying to diagnose whether that's a terminal disease with 12 months or less to live because they take hydrochlorothiazide, that's a problem. Well, that's not knowing your underwriting and medications very well.
And we don't expect you to have mastery of this coming out into the boot camp or when you start your calls. I don't expect you
or
to
next week when you start your calls.
Yeah.
But you should try.
Yeah, you should start to move towards that. Are there one or two medications that I can know with authority going into my calls? Can I know my script going into my calls?
Are you ready to launch your insurance career? Excel Solutions is your go-to leader in life, accident, and health insurance pre-license training. Their cutting-edge e-learning platform is packed with rich content. Think interactive assessments, engaging videos, and customized learning paths, all tailored to your learning style. Being students ourselves, we've trusted Excel now for years to deliver top-notch training, offering high pass rates. Their streamlined prep review courses and the exam simulator are really your secret weapons to nailing the state exam the very first time. Now, you thought it couldn't get any better. Well, it just did. Life Insurance Academy listeners, you receive an epic 50% discount, reducing the regular course fee from $199 to only $99. So, all you have to do is use partner code LIA at liapodcast.org/Excel. Now, Excel spells XCEL. So don't think about it any longer. Dive headfirst into your insurance career with Excel Solutions' premier pre-license training with that exclusive 50% discount just for you. Get the code, get licensed, and excel in your insurance career.
The next one is pricing and affordability and being able to come to what is it we're trying to do? We're trying to meet the need of the client. And this is what I find in these pricing conversations. Typically, the client, most people I talk to are underinsured in most cases. If we really broke it down and had the conversation with them, we can see how high the need is. The other part of it, many times people have an unrealistic expectation about how much coverage they can get.
Yeah, we covered that this morning on the coaching call.
Oh, okay.
It was literally
Perfect.
one of the ones I already have coverage, or I have enough coverage, or I thought I was going to be able to get, I want $35,000.
Right.
And they make $900 a month on their Social Security. They're 78 and they want $30,000 worth of coverage. And you're going along with them like it's completely fine.
Yes. And that's going to blow
And you're
up.
not resetting any expectations based on affordability.
Right, right. So we have to get to a place where we can discover their affordability, or we can discover what their budget is that they're working with, because our goal is to meet their need the best we can, to meet their internal need to take care of their family. When it comes to the best we can part, to me, that solves the philosophical need. Like, they may feel so strongly about it, they may say something like, if I can't get it all, then I don't want any of it. That doesn't
All or nothing.
Yeah, it's an all or nothing proposition. And you know, is it easier for their daughter June? I don't know why I came up with that name.
That's an old name for a daughter.
Yes.
June?
Yes.
I think I had a great aunt named June, and I'm 57.
We'll come up with like Harold. That's a more common younger person's name. If we just messing with you. I'm
my
just
God.
messing with you.
Let's go with Tytra. That's a common name. Let's
Tytra.
go with that.
We'll go with Tytra. Lil Tytra is going to receive this death benefit, right? Is it easier for them to come up with 5,000 or 15,000 in those situations?
Yeah.
And we have to speak to the philosophical need of edifying them for doing the next best thing that they can do at this time.
And there's ways that you can find out about affordability before you ever get to pricing, right?
Yeah.
So I always like to address affordability up front. For me, during the early part of the conversation, I would say now my goal as an underwriter is to find you the best plan that you can qualify for to take care of the needs of your family in the most affordable way possible.
Yeah.
And that's in line with your Social Security. These plans are specifically designed for people that are on fixed income, Social Security, or disability. Mm-hmm. Now, are you one of those? I'm assuming you're one of those, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Which one? I'm on Social Security. Great. Now, do you get yours on the 3rd of the month or one of the Wednesdays? Bam. They're going to tell me I get mine on the 3rd of the month. Great. Now, is that deposited directly to your bank account or a Social Security Direct Express card? Well, I get mine on a card. Okay, fantastic. And so just to make sure that I have good clarity as to what your needs are, how much do you draw each month now on your Social Security? Just like that. And they say $1,100.
If you're doing that,
mm-hmm.
and I'm just curious if you ever did this. If they were saying like, yeah, I'm on SSI, mm-hmm. and I might say, so I'm guessing you're probably getting somewhere between $600 to $800 a month. Am I right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SSI is the supplemental benefit on low income.
Yes.
Extremely low income people. There's an extra subsidy, and they get theirs on the 1st of the month. Mm-hmm. It's not on the 3rd. It's on the 1st. Mm-hmm. And so you see how like some of this basic knowledge helps you go so far, because now you're not going to overprice them. You're not going to get into a place where I want $35,000. All right, let's see what we can do for you. I know you're only getting $800, because if they're getting $800 a month and you got a 70-plus-year-old, you're not going to price them in at a $35,000 benefit. Like an $8,000 plan to a 10 is probably the max that you're going to go there.
And how can you know that? How can you know that ahead of time?
I know that because I did pricing model. I did examples. I did homework. I took a 75-year-old male who smoked and who's got these 4 conditions, and then I did the scenario, and then I ran it through insurance toolkits, and I figured out what the average price is going to be.
Yes.
And then I found out, okay, this one's going to be good for American Amicable. This one's going to be good for Mutual of Omaha. This one's going to be good for Foresters, whatever. And I'm looking at the price, how they work. So with these conditions, they're eligible for a day one benefit. Mm-hmm. And then if I add tobacco, look at that. American Amicable jumps to the top because they get the best tobacco rates. Mutual just jumped to the bottom. Their rates are higher. Mm-hmm. And they're both on the list. They both can qualify, but now I'm looking at pricing and I can see, okay, so I've got some now general ideas. Mm-hmm. Now, what if I make someone 250 pounds? What if I make them 280 pounds? Oh, they're no longer eligible. They're outside of the height and weight chart. So now I know, there's a build chart that I got to consider. So there's these little variables that move the needle. But if you do a scenario, like I loved what you did with your wife, Lisa, you did flashcards and you made male, female, smoking, non-smoking, and then it was a series of health conditions. And she picked randomly 4 or 5 cards and put together the model of your avatar. And then you had to figure out what was the best option for them. And you practiced.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's not that difficult.
Right.
But most of us are like winging it. We're spending money on leads, and then we're practicing on our clients for the first time.
It's like advertising to be a mechanic and never touching a screwdriver.
Correct.
Yeah. These are tools.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one.
And I'll say this. These are tools for you to meet the needs of the client, but they're also tools for you to boost trust throughout the process by being able to address just one little phrase.
Yeah.
Can change everything. And
how
like
in that situation,
you.
I want to spend a little bit more time here, Adam. I know we're ticking down on our clock, but I want to spend a little bit more time here because we're going to get questions about this in the notes. And what's going to happen is that I want you to understand that if we have some knowledge, some basic knowledge of what a 75-year-old who's a tobacco user is going to qualify for and what a $10,000 benefit looks like, we're not going in there completely surprised that a $35,000 benefit is way out of their range, especially when they're on $1,000 a month or $1,200 a month. Mm-hmm. We're going to go, you're going to set the stage or set the table up front that I know that putting this benefit in place is important to your family, and I know there's probably a range of coverage you'd like, But let's dissect that. You know, when it comes to leaving them some additional money or covering the cost, if we separated those, covering the cost of the funeral, which one is like, I definitely want to make sure I cover the expenses, or I definitely have to have both. Like, because I don't want it to be an all or none. And then you're saying the thing before they say the thing.
Yeah.
And you're setting it up so that when you're pricing not $35,000, but you're then pricing based on their affordability, you're starting in a range somewhere here. Let's see what, you know, type of coverage we can get you for that, you know, and now you have a place to start that's given you a fighting chance without having to, you know, jump through a hoop or be a miracle worker, because you're not going to solve that problem when someone says they have an anchored expectation of $35,000 when they're 76 and smoker and they had a stent put in 2 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
The next piece here is moving with confidence towards the application and being able to set the expectation of what the next steps are. Because what I'll hear sometimes is an agent just stop.
Yeah.
And they're waiting for permission to move to the next steps.
Yeah.
But when you can lay out for them, okay, in our process, I'm going to ask you some health questions. We're going
and review your prescription meds.
And review your prescription meds. We're going to fill out an application, submit it to see if you qualify. We're going to find out if you qualify, and you'll have the coverage that you're looking for. I mean, it's a simple process, but you're setting up the expectations. And if you don't set the expectations, they have these questions in their head like, I did not want to be on the call for 3 hours today with this guy, Roger. I did not want to do that.
Yeah.
So they're going to find other things to do. And if you don't simplify this for them and make it a simple process, then they're going to get lost.
And if you are directive and you set the table, set the expectation, people are generally okay, because people are only frustrated when they don't get what they expect. Right. And if you don't tell them what to expect, they're creating in their own mind what they should expect. And when that doesn't happen, they get frustrated. And you think, why are you getting frustrated? Yeah. Well, it's because you didn't set the expectation. So tell them what the process looks like. Yeah. I'm assuming you want to find out how these plans work, how much they are, how to put them in place for your family, how you qualify, probably learn a little bit about the right type of coverage for you and your family, and then to see whether you can qualify or not. I'm assuming that's what you called in about. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just walk you through some health questions, find out a little bit about who you're trying to protect, and then we'll review your health, take a look at your medications, and see which plan best fits you here in Kentucky that you're eligible for. And then if we find that plan that works for you, we're going to apply, see if we can get you covered. And if we get approved, then we can set up the start date. That's how it's going to go. So let's jump into the first question. Now you've set the table, you've set the expectation, you're moving toward the application.
And people want to work
with... It's not that hard to say.
And people want to work with people who know what they're doing.
Who know where they're going.
Yeah. And if you're hearing, oh, I have to go. If you're hearing, well, it's something we will think about. Like those are tells that you probably lost trust along the way. Lost
trust or connection. Or you went too far ahead. You're diving into areas where they don't see the need to continue going. And they don't know that it's moving forward because you haven't told them what's next. And so they just feel like they're spinning.
Yes.
They don't know where it's going.
And let's say you move through that entire process and finally you get to the application. You know, pretty good idea of what they're going to qualify. You're pretty certain about what they're going to qualify for. And you go to your carrier website and you log into your eApp, but your password's not working. And then you're like, well, where did I put that password? And then you have to hit forget password and then go into your email and open that up and
hoping to get the PIN. And then it's got two-factor authentication. And then they're sending a text to a number you don't recognize because your wife set it up for you and it's her number and she's not with you. And now you're trying to figure out how to get into that one.
Yes.
So then you bail out of that app and then you go into one that you've never opened.
Silence during this
You've never opened. Now you're into a new carrier altogether and you go, I know I got this password. I know they sent me the information last week. I just haven't set it up yet. Now you're looking for an email from that other carrier to find out how you set up that password. And all this is happening while the dog's barking, you can hear stuff going on, and then a car comes home, their daughter shows up, and it's dinner time. And now you just burnt all the time, energy, and there's silence, and you're,
Miss Betty, I just need a couple minutes. There's something wrong with my computer. That's the most famous one.
Yeah, I'm just having some problems right now. It's not loading. You're lying straight out of your teeth, right? To try to keep them on the phone. And you're just not ready because you didn't practice your e-apps. So the last one is practice your freaking e-apps.
Yes.
Practice the apps. It's not that hard. If you got 4 carriers, 4 that you need to master, and 1 guaranteed issue company, 4. All you need is 4. I'm doing like it's 4. 4, and you got 1 guaranteed issue company. You only need to learn the e-app process on those 4. It's not rocket science.
Right.
You can do that in a couple of hours. Knock it out over a weekend before you get back on the phone on Monday. Learn how to do it before you get on your dial session. Open up all those e-apps. Have them ready to go.
Yes.
Have the carrier websites ready to go. Put your freaking login and password in a place that's quick and easy accessible for you at any time in case it logs out. Because you know how Google does the weird thing sometimes and says you got to log back in? That's going to happen, so be prepared for it before it happens. And then know how to launch the e-app. Then if you've not gone through and done the signature process and you don't know what they're seeing on the other side, now you're into another quagmire.
Yeah.
Now you're like, oh, is there a text signature with this one? I've never done it before. No, that one requires an email, and they don't have email on their phone, and they don't own a computer. And now you're quoting them in something that you're trying to send them an email, and for the first time, you're sending them an email, and they go, I don't have an email.
They have to pivot out, go to a different
Now you
carrier, change
yeah.
the pricing. I mean, it's a disaster.
These are such simple things
right.
that are avoidable.
And I want to say, like, for practicing apps, most carriers will allow you to put test into an application that you can do all the way through. And if you don't know, ask. Call a sales desk and ask if you or your upline. If you have some carriers have a sandbox. Literally, it's called the sandbox that you can do a practice e-application
where you can play in the sandbox and practice.
Yeah. And most carriers will provide some type of literature or a video of what's happening on the other side of the application that the client is seeing so that you can speak with authority to that. Because if you don't know, again,
they certainly don't know.
No. And then they've lost trust because it sounds like it's your first time.
Myron Golden says, if you don't have belief, you can't transfer belief. If you don't have confidence, you can't transfer confidence. True. So, damn it, show up with some confidence. It's not that difficult. You could literally study this stuff over one weekend and be ready to go on Monday if you got licensed on Friday. Yeah. So let's recap, Chris. Own the script. You got to get to conversational tones. You got to know how you're moving through. You better well know the principled sales process, the 5 fundamentals, right? Belief, trust, stakes, options, solutions. You got to know what you're trying to accomplish.
That's right.
Number 2, you got to get through the underwriting and what?
Medications.
Not meditations.
Not meditations.
Medications.
You can meditate on medications.
You got to meditate on the medications. That's right. And then number 3, we got to know how to generally get to pricing with
finding out affordability, what works in their budget, and not blow them out of the
water. Do they have a
Mm-hmm.
bank account? Do they have a direct express card? Like you're going down a road, like they have a bank account, and you find out they have a direct express card
at the very end.
At the very end, and now you got to pivot again because that carrier doesn't accept that, or they don't take a credit card. You know, like you can't enter that in, and you got to get to that. And number 4, set the table to let them know the process that you're moving toward the application, and don't sit at the end like waiting for permission. Can I apply?
Move forward.
Right? It's like, okay, we're going to go ahead and get this started for you right now. I just want to confirm your date of birth is, again, 6/2/1956. Is that correct?
Take action.
And your street address is, and they know you're filling out the app. And then lastly, you better practice the apps.
Practice.
And know how to
You're
log
talking
in.
About practice.
Yeah, there we go.
Not the game.
Here's an
You're
AI.
talking about practice.
There's AI Chris Iverson right there.
That's right.
There you go. That's a good one. Cornrows and all, baby. I want to see it. We're talking about we talking about practice.
That's right.
There you go.
Not the game.
But this is a game.
That's right.
You're in the game. The game is live. The crowd's in the stands. The lights are up. We are on stage.
Yes.
And you better know your stuff. Don't wait to practice there. You got to practice before. Own the script.
5
Underwriting.
things.
Pricing. Move to confidence with the applications and practice some e-apps. This is not a technical piece. This is just you having to do the homework before you're ready.
The work before the work.
The work before the work.
That's right.
Myron Golden. You can't transfer belief and confidence if you don't have belief and confidence. And this sale is a confidence sale. With confidence, you can create certainty, and certainty is what sells.
Boom.
That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you're all mixed up, leave us some comments. If you're frustrated, ticked off at what we said today because we hit a nerve, drop us a note. And like Chris said, you may need to come to a boot camp.
Why not?
We get the messages. Can you stop talking about the boot camps? But can you answer this question
Sorry,
for me?
Carl.
Can you answer this question for me? And I'm like, yeah, we answer those at the boot camps all the time. So
Get in the room.
guys, get in the room. And if you're not in the boot camp, at least join our coaching program.
why not?
Man, every Thursday we are getting into some great conversations. I'm in the middle of a great one right now. Today we talked about that objections are not your problem. And we talked about the 3 most common objections and how to overcome them with certainty so you can move to the close. Like, you need to be in those coaching sessions with us, and there's great questions being asked by the entire community. We love being with you guys every Thursday morning. That's at 10:30. Go to lifeinsuranceacademy.org, hit that subscribe for premium membership. Get in live coaching. You get access to all of our courses, all the content, all the scripts. You get the cheat sheets. Guys, we got a carrier cheat sheet that we've made this so simple for you. You go into our training platform. You can download the cheat sheet. We give you a list of top 5 carriers and how the underwriting profile fits across all of them. And even some of the meds, the build charts, it's all there. It's summarized in one simple cheat sheet that you can pull out, keep on your desk, or open as a PDF. Guys, we've tried to make this so easy. We're trying to help you win.
Let's do it.
Are you ready to win? If you're not ready to win, say you're not ready to win and unsubscribe. If you're ready to win,
Snap. He's feisty.
do something about it. Show up, talk to us, send a message. If you're still on, you're letting me be slightly abusive right now. Get in the program, study your craft, and get with it. We want to see you win. Thanks. We'll see you on the next episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast. What was in that food for lunch?
I don't know.